Alison Arngrim Show. And some of you may recognize me as the evil Nellie Olson from Little House on the Prairie. But tonight, I'm Alison Arngrim, and this is the Alison Arngrim Show. And on the Alison Arngrim Show, we talk about the things that make us feel good. The TV shows and the movies that made us feel good and the people who made them. And people who are doing things now to make the world a better and more interesting place. And oh, do I have one tonight. Okay, it was this completely crazy thing. I was talking to our favorite invisible publicist, Harlan Boll, and he said, well, there's this guy, he's not even a client, but I think you should see this film. And I started to watch this film, and I barely made it through the credits, and I said, we're having him on. Can we have him on? So I have with me today a filmmaker, a new, young, marvelous filmmaker, really visual storyteller is the only way to describe it, named Hai Yang Yu, which I think I'm saying correctly this time, or close to it. Because earlier I put in too many letters, and he said, well, that would work if you were in Korea, but no. So he started in advertising, and now he's making these independent films and has a movie called Hold On, which I just saw the other day and freaked out. So welcome, Hai Yang Yu, to the Alison Arngrim Show.
Okay, thank you, Alison. It's so good to be here.
Thank you. So I just reading about your whole crazy life up to this point. You were in advertising. You were making commercials and ads, and for huge companies, for McDonald's and Coach and Absolute Vodka.
Yeah, right.
How? And in China.
Yeah, yes,
you were
in
doing
China,
this
Shanghai. Yeah.
In Chinese. You were the Mandarin. Advertising person for all of these companies. How did you wind up doing that?
Actually, it's a funny story. It's a crazy because. Actually, I want to become a filmmaker when I was very young.
So you wanted to do this. You wanted to make movies.
This is really what I want. But, I lived in a very small city in the northeast part of China. It's very near the North Korea and the Russia. It's in the middle. It's a very small town.
So it's rather conservative in values then up there.
So when I first talked to my parents that I want to be a filmmaker, they just freak out. They didn't know. What
is a filmmaker? Why would anybody want to be a filmmaker?
Or for them, actually, it's like a kid want to be a superhero or just want to be a superstar.
Well, it would be unrealistic because in the size of town, it's like people in the U.S., if they're in a very small town, they say, I want to go to Hollywood and be a movie star. It's like, we're in Kansas in a place with 200 people. Nobody from here is a movie star. That doesn't happen. And there were no filmmakers in your town. This wasn't a thing.
Right. So they don't know what I'm going to do. So instead, I didn't apply to film school at that age. So I studied communication and major in advertising.
So it sounded like a good living, a solid, proper,
good living.
Good job.
When you graduate, you can have a job, you can have a family, stuff like that. So, but for me, it's a little bit similar. So it's very funny. I thought, okay, I can't do the TV show. I can't do the story, but I can do the ads between the TV shows.
So you're on TV.
Yeah, so I'm still on TV, but now that it's closed. So that's why I chose to become an ad man to do the advertising.
Well, some of these accounts are enormous, as I said. I'm looking at Skittles to Clinique, but so many different products. You were creating commercials for these ridiculously wide range of things that have nothing in common. Yet you came up with small films, basically for all of these.
Yeah, right. So actually, in the first agency, because there was transition, so we got different bosses, so the management is a little bit change. So for me, only I can do the copywriting in the department. So I have to take care of a lot of stuff, brands. So like Skittles, Coach, and GEs. Actually, I do them all at the same time.
Oh no!
Or sometimes even in the same day. So in the morning, I wrote something for Skittles, very fun. Your Tiki, it's very funny stuff. And maybe in the afternoon, I have to write something for GE. It's very engineering, some stuff like some water stuff like that. So it's very different. Or maybe Coach is very fashion, New York style. So really, you have to constantly change your mind. to do stuff like that.
And you were also doing this for the Chinese market.
Yeah, for Chinese
So you were
market.
also taking these very, what are seen as extremely American-oriented brands and concepts, and then making them into something that would work
Well,
on Chinese
in
television.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. So that's funny. So we have to translate like how we can communicate like the Chinese people, the New York style, like what you're gonna do in GE, how to GE to influence people to change the world. So actually, for Chinese people, and also we have, China is so big, and there are
Yeah, it's kind of a big country, just a little bit maybe.
it's
Yeah,
billions people there. So even though for Chinese people there are a lot of different Chinese people, so in the different cities, maybe in the like Shanghai, Beijing, they are living a totally different world.
it's completely different.
Yeah, to the like in the small town, small city. So we have to distinguish them. So what the message we're gonna tell to this group of people, what kind of message we're going to talk to another group of people, so it's totally different.
So I can see where the communication became your focus of how do I tell a story? How do I tell a story?
Right.
So to me, I mean, I'm hearing about Skittles and Coach bags. I'm sort of like amazed because I just seen a clip of this film, Hold On, and this is about as far from a Skittles commercial as one can imagine, a whole other world that you've now gone into filmmaking, but with really interesting subjects. You had one, Barber, which is about euthanasia, and the whole concept of people want, do you live, do you die, and this is heavy stuff. I'm going to show if we have the short clip of Hold On. It's like the opening credits, and I saw it. There is dialogue in the film, but in the opening part, there's a lot of sequences where there is not, and that's one thing I found. So this is called Hold On. And so this is a story of this mother with her disabled son that she lives with, and he can speak a little, but he can't really take care of himself or move. Right. She has to bathe him, dress him, feed him, and been living with him like this his whole life. And she's deeply religious. She's very Catholic, and she finds out in the midst of this her life has been the same this whole time, that her son is gay. Her son is attracted to men. He's got his iPad, and she finds it and is devastated, has no idea what to do.
Yeah, right.
It's just completely shakes her whole worldview. She doesn't know. And over the course of it, she loves her son so much, and she realizes he's lonely and goes out to try to find him a boyfriend. Or she even says at one point, no, I'm not paying a prostitute. No, this isn't that kind of a thing at all. Not at all. And I don't think anybody's done this.
Yeah.
But the story, there's been a lot of, I have not seen this story. And it was just really intense, and there's a lot of sequences where it's almost a silent film. There's just stuff that is told with no dialogue.
Yeah, right.
And how did you decide on this film? Because it's just, I mean, I was very impressed. I saw it and I said, well, we should have you on the show.
Yeah. It's interesting. Every time when I pitch this story to other people or talk this story, they just watched me and with their inquiring eyes.
Went,
and
what?
Yeah, what? Actually, I watched a short documentary about the disabled people desire, their feeling desire, sexual desire.
Because,
So,
disabled people are adults, and they're often, it depends on their disability, they may be fully functional as far as wanting a relationship. And people don't realize that. People who are able-bodied do not understand that.
Especially for their parents. They just a kid. The kid doesn't need sex.
They may see them constantly as a child because they take care of them. They think of them still as being 8 years old.
So after watch that, I just thought this is good topic, and it's very serious. It's very worthwhile doing to make it a short film. to announce like people see this is what people need, and this is what we need to concern about. And actually, during the documentary, I saw some like Holland, the government has some grant for the disabled people for their paying. Actually, they're paying for prostitutes.
That's such a Holland thing to do.
Right.
That's a very Holland thing.
Yeah, and also like Taiwan also have some charity, like the Hand Angel stuff like that. So they provide like a sexual service for the disabled people.
Like almost a sex therapist, even if necessary.
Stuff like that, right? So I thought, okay, but it's very controversial. People think that
clearly,
it's just like the prostitute. But for me, I think that's really this issue, and this actually human design is very normal stuff. So we need to take care of that. We need to think about that.
And if he wants just even a relationship type sexuality, not a prostitute, but then how would he do that? He can't go out by himself. He has trouble speaking. And here is his mother is his only person he has taking care of him. Who's going to do this but her?
Yeah, right. So that's for the mother, is because if she doesn't do this for her son, there is nobody going to do that. So that's why she also a very devout Catholic mother, so it's very stressful and she doesn't know what to do.
Oh, she's very torn. I mean, the few scenes where there are dialogues where she goes to the priest and she's trying to figure out what to do because obviously her religion says, no, this is out of the question. You can't have, your son cannot be a homosexual and you certainly can't be involved in this process. And at the same time, but she's done everything for him so far.
Right.
So, and it was very intense. And then, of course, the way it's done, it's really mostly just her, just him, and then and huge scenes where it's just these people expressing everything non-verbally. It's just,
Because I chose there was no, like many dialogue because the son is slurred. He can't say anything. And I think the relationship between the mother and the son, because actually they know each other very well, but like sometimes they lack of communication.
Right.
So I think that's you do the only the visual way that's better to imprise that their relationship. So that's why I just chose, okay, I don't want too many dialogues. Actually, the first version I wrote a lot of dialogue between the mother, not the son, but also the priest. But later I thought, okay, there's too much. I don't want to.
Right, because the mother and son would be communicating non-verbally for years, obviously. That then they would start to know each other's cues.
So that's why I think this is. I want to use more like a visual, their action, their interaction, just with the eyes, with the feelings. So I think that's more touch.
Now, currently this is a short film. This is what, 11, 12, 14 minutes in that sort of range. Are you thinking about in the future, there was some reference to possibly making it a feature?
Yeah, sure. I want to develop it. I think that for the short film is there only the relationship between mother and son. And I want to develop more about the deep meaning of like what's the meaning of the body desire, and also the conflict between the nature and the culture. So culture is kind of a religion stuff, whatever tradition, the society, but the nature is human needs. There's sex or something like relationship,
connection of some kind.
Right. So that's nature. So I want to just broad that topic, so make it more deeper in the future.
Well, and you don't shy away. I haven't seen the clip, but you also have a short film, Barber, which is about euthanasia and its alternatives. So, which also would be, again, it would involve people's culture and their religion. It's like, well, does someone need to die or not? Now, what are the characters in that? What happens in
that
Barber?
Movie? Okay, that's a relationship between a husband and wife. So the husband is like the wife is had cancer and during the internal stage, so she's suffering a lot because the pain from the treatment and from the illness, and she wants to kill herself, but she needs help. She needs that because for her, she doesn't want to end up dying with very ugly.
Oh, so she's decided she doesn't want it. She wants it on her terms. She doesn't want to endless suffering and be a burden on the husband.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then what she has to ask him.
So actually, he finally decided to help his wife, to end her life. So which means it's kind of also your legal or illegal stuff
Right.
like that. So just think about the subject.
So it's sort of a running theme of these, like, how far will you go for love?
Yeah, right.
These decisions of these terrible, terrible decisions where people are completely torn between their belief and what they do. But I love this person, so how far am I willing to go against law
right.
and everything
Yeah.
else I
Yeah.
thought I believed?
Yeah, right.
Ugh.
Heartbroken. It's
Wait,
heartbroken. Yeah.
why? How did you are such a sweet, happy-go-lucky
Okay.
person
Yeah.
in meeting you, and you've done
Uh-huh.
all these, as I said, all this is sort of happy things, and these films that are really. I mean, as I said, in watching, I mean, I was distressed in some of the movie. These distressing, difficult topics.
Because I think that's the one reason I'm doing the film, because in the real life I think I don't have the courage to dealing with those subjects. But in the filmmaking, I kind of live another life, so think stuff like this very serious topic. So I think what people are gonna do if they're dealing with this subject, they're in this situation. So I just wanna just explore that.
Well, I mean, that's true. As you're saying, dark topics a little bit. I was reading that you said that sometimes during filmmaking you watch Ingmar Bergman films to relax.
To relax.
That's usually not the first filmmaker that comes to mind when people are trying to kick back and not think about things.
I think partly because I love the serious topic. So every time when I watch Ingmar Bergman, the relax is not like it's funny.
Not normal relax.
It's that kind of relax. It's kind of I explore the humanity, or the soul of the human, and also the society. I think that's something is very painful in the film, and makes me feel. It's not feel good, but it's kind of when you know this word, maybe the bad part of the word, you know, okay, I'm gonna make it better. So that's kind of relax.
Well, you're doing something about it. As you said, these are topics that everyone has trouble dealing with, and you're putting them into a visual piece, as you would a commercial, that allows people to process these feelings.
Right. So I think that's important for the film, because when you watch a film and you kind of like, this is real, this is unreal, it's in the middle, you're in the world. So I think that's when you watch a film, you experience another kind of life. You're in the character's shoes. You're just experience their life, and make you not very judgmental. You're open to more possibilities, and if you can do something, maybe why not do something for them?
Giving people sort of a safe space to sort of question things and ask these questions.
And also, like, for the hold on the sexuality, the sexual needs for the disabled people, I think that's a real issue. We need to think about how to deal with that stuff, and also like the internal illness, the killing for mercy, stuff like that is also a topic. It's something we need to think about. What's the best way to end of lives? It's not just to stay in the hospital and until you can't survive at all, but maybe you can choose some. Maybe I don't want to just die as a very illness stuff.
Right. Some people, that's what they've decided. They said, no, this
Mhm.
is, I've decided how I want to go. And then what do we say? Do we say, no, you're wrong, you don't get to decide?
Yeah.
Or do you? And under what terms? Is it, well, if we got you better pain management, would you stay? Under what conditions would you stay? Or what? And then who ultimately, whose decision is it?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's, I think, it's a real topic we need to think about. So in the film, I think it's less dangerous. So you can talk about that, but I think it's an entrance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Your entrance is word, entrance is topic, and then maybe we need law, we need other politicians, stuff like that. So to further discuss that. But the film is the entrance to make people awareness.
Now, when you did this film, hold on, it is an international production. You had people from all over the world involved. I saw that the actress, the mother,
She's from Italy.
She's from Italy.
Yeah, she's from Italy. That's another interesting story. Actually, I posted the casting notice on IMDb Pro. So she was the first one applied to me. And when I saw her image, I said, okay, this woman is what I'm looking for. I saw her face is, I want to read more. I think that's really good actress could have, just you want to read her face. So I
read her face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I checked her IMDb, and
Right.
she is really well established actress.
Yeah, she has a huge career in Italy.
Yeah,
yes.
she's a huge career,
Marvelous.
and she appeared in many films which got into Cannes Film Festivals, the Venice Film Festivals. So I thought, why this woman?
Yeah,
applied to
she picked you. This
she
woman,
picked me,
this
and,
very experienced actress in
yeah,
Italy,
and
just
she
tracked
was
you
in
down.
Italy. So at that time, I was okay. I'm not sure, but I love this woman, so I reached out to her, and we scheduled a Skype meeting. So she told me, because she kind of had the similar idea with another Italian director.
Really?
Yeah. But it's very difficult for them to make this film in Italy because they're related to the Catholic Church.
Right.
Yeah. So she was amazed because there is another guy over the sea or another part of the globe and had a similar interesting topic, the idea. So I want to work with this guy.
So you did this here in LA. So
In
you did
LA,
ultimately
right.
shoot it here.
Yeah, shoot
But
here.
with actors from literally all over the world.
Yeah.
And now, how long have you been in Los Angeles doing this?
How long?
Have you been here in LA, do you think? Yeah.
I came here 3 years ago.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
very
for-
recent.
Yeah, recent. for film study, for film school, and then I actually this is my thesis in Art Center, College of Design.
Oh, that's Richard Arts Center College of Design.
Yeah, right. So I prepared for this film over a year.
Wow.
So from the writing script and doing the pre-production, etc. So
it took you, would you say, about a year all told, the whole thing, or?
yeah, a year.
I was looking up the actress because she
Oh.
was so amazing from Italy. Lida Vital.
yeah.
Lida Vital. And yes, and I looked at she said, yes, absolutely, this woman is a very experienced woman.
Very
Is this.
good.
So it took a year to do this, and then you already did Barbara. How long did that take?
That didn't take long because that's my first short film.
That was literally your first one. Okay.
That's really my first one.
Now,
because
can we see that somewhere? Where can we see that one?
I don't know. I
Is
didn't
it-
put
these-
it online actually.
So it's not
Actually,
online.
Yeah,
We
actually,
have to wait for that.
because that's my first, so I made a lot of mistakes.
Right? Okay. See, I like that. That
Yeah.
you're thinking, no, I
Yeah.
made mistakes.
Yeah,
It's not good
so-
enough.
so
It's
it's
probably amazing.
So for right now, I think it's not a good film, but actually, it's my first. Start from there. That's right after I quit from the advertising agencies.
Oh,
Because-
right
yeah.
after. So
Yeah.
wait, so how you were in advertising for how long and you quit?
I've been advertising agency for almost 6 years.
Right, that's a very long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. And then I decided filmmaking is what I love. I want to do that.
So you just jumped. You just jumped and said, "I'm
Yeah.
going to do it."
Yeah, I jumped just to quit the I quit the advertising agencies, and then I think 2 months later I shot the Barber.
Wow.
That short film. It's partly because I want to be a filmmaker. What I'm gonna do? Okay, shoot a film. That's
Okay, that's one. It's okay. This is something I tell people. They say, "Well, how do I become an actress?" I said,
Yeah.
"Well, act."
right.
I say, and they say, "Well, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not in Hollywood." I say, "There's a theater. There must be a theater near you. There's a theater school. You have a theatrical program at your school. Start actually doing it and see if you like it." And that's what. How do you write? Well, you sit down at the computer and you make words come out.
Right.
And so well, I want to be a filmmaker. I guess I should make a film.
Yeah, just to make a film.
That's very
I
practical.
literally
Ellen.
start from nothing about filmmaking. Just from the script to the pre-production, to find the location, to find the actors.
Oh yeah, you were going in cold. You
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just wanted at this stage, I just search online or just ask people, wherever people I can ask, then I just get idea from them and just start right.
Well, it's a very good film for someone who didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, right. So, but after when I'm done with the film, I think, okay, I know a little bit about the filmmaking. So, and then apply to film school in US, and then I went to Art Center College of Design. So I start from here. Yeah.
So you are now new in Hollywood. I saw you made some remark about people saying no in Hollywood. That this is like the land of no.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hollywood people mean to say no to you. So you don't know. So you can't say no to yourself. So that's what I.
Okay, that's like the best advice I've heard. They're going to say no. And that's true. That's something that growing up in Hollywood as a child actor, I was told, like, okay, they're going to say no. You're going to be rejected. They're going to turn you down for things. So if you're telling yourself no and rejecting yourself, you really lost the battle. There'll be plenty of people to tell you're terrible at what you do and to not do it. You might as well, be on your own side.
Yeah. Right.
That's excellent. That's excellent advice. So you've talked about self-doubt, and as you said, you're feeling like, I made so many mistakes in the film. But as an artist, do you find it self-doubt? I mean, is it just part of the process? You just live with it, or you go watch another Ingmar Bergman film and feel better, or what?
I thought two things. One is I have to live with that. I think self-doubt is good. It's good because you doubt yourself, you're going to come up with new ideas. You're always fresh. You challenge yourself. I think that's very important for an artist. So you're constantly doing something different. And also because you're doing different, nobody done this before, so you don't know. It's normal. If you're really conquered, or if you really think, okay, I know what I'm doing, then maybe you're just do some that's normal stuff, because many people do that way. So okay, this is what I do. But if you want to do something different, I think you have to have some self-doubt.
Well, so you have to dare to make the mistake, or
right.
you're not going to do anything.
Right.
Well, and it's also interesting because you talk about people who say, "Well, I completely know what I'm doing." That's usually not true. So if they're very confident that I got this, I completely know what I'm doing, there's probably something wrong with it. So at least if you question, well, I don't know if I'm doing this right, that you might stand a chance of learning something.
Right. So I think also when I wrote the script, sometimes I wrote a whole night. And sometimes I don't know what I'm writing about, but maybe maybe a few days later when you read it again, so, okay, there are a lot of good stuff here. So you just need to rewrite and just change a little bit, but there was really something good.
But I like that. You get the inspiration and you just go crazy, stay up all night if you need to write it, and then go back in the light of day.
Yeah, right.
and see if it makes any sense.
Right.
Now, you've got other films you're working on. You wrote a screenplay called Falling Days. Now, is that in process of being made, or what's happening with that?
I'm doing the rewriting in this. It's a feature. It's a feature script.
I'm almost frightened to ask after euthanasia and a woman taking care of her disabled son and trying to get him a boyfriend. What's Falling Days about?
It's about a Chinese-American gay love's tragedy. So the story is set in 2003. So the world is not ready for the LGBT people. So they suffered from their family, from their sexuality, from the society. They also have self-doubt. Who am I? What am I going to do with my life? And the story ends at 2000 nowadays. So the same-sex marriage are already approved in some countries, but for them it's kind of the tragedy already happened to them, because their love had already passed. So they are the people who lived ahead of their time. So I think that's the basic.
Okay, now that's, again, there's a story there we don't think about. So isn't it fantastic? We now have marriage equality practically all over the world, and finally in this country. But then think of the people where they were just their families and their society. They were absolutely through. There was no way that they could be open in their relationship. And they sort of, how to see now, for them now turn on the TV and go, well, it would have been nice.
Yeah. And also for this, I also want to like explore the conflict between the nature and the culture. So still,
again, the same, that similar themes.
Same that stuff. I think that's the theme I'm interested in many films. Like, even though the barber is kind of nature, the life, and
now,
the culture. And stuff.
On the other hand, then there's also a film called Nice to Meet Me, which is more of a comedy.
It's a comedy. That's really a comedy.
That's like, wait. Then I start reading about Nice to Meet Me and going, wait, where did this come from? This is doing Skittles and Coach bags at the same time again. Is what's happening here.
Yeah. It's a good try because actually it's a story about a young boy, as a 9-year-old boy who swapped bodies with his future 37, 8 years old self.
Oh, so it's one of these swap, and there's been a lot of that Freaky Friday, etc.
Yeah, stuff like that. But the boy has a dream. The boy has his ideal life, but but he finds out, okay, his future self sucks. So he wants
future self sucks.
Yeah,
it's
he wants to change his life. So by swapping bodies. So it's a comedy.
Oh, so he says, if I jump forward, I can fix this. Oh, that's. Okay, now this is well, it's very commercial.
Yeah, this is very commercial.
This is very commercial.
Like a Skittles type of movie. Yeah.
This is more in your Skittles theme area.
Yeah, right.
But to have these kind of inspirations for these very different kind of film, and you're, as I said, you're fairly young. You're just starting out, and you're like, this is. Really, I mean, I'm just seeing an incredible future here for you.
Thank you.
And now, have you heard from the folks back home? What do people in your town think now that you're in Hollywood and you're actually making the films?
They're pretty amazed. Yeah. Some of my friends or classmates in high school, and some of them know I want to be a filmmaker, but we didn't contact with each other for a long time. And recently they just asked, okay, you really did this.
Right, because they could go on IMDb and go, this guy's actually...
Yeah, you actually did this. So, yeah, it feels good. It feels good.
And what does your family think now? Because at the time, they're like, why on earth would you want to be a filmmaker? You get a nice job in advertising, settle down, stop thinking about these things. You did it.
Yeah, the funny thing is, one night during my working in advertising agencies, because I do some for TV commercials or short films, short videos for the brands.
Oh yeah, because on the website, you're saying for the product website, there were like little movies about the product that are more so than a TV commercial.
Yeah, after I finished
the vlogging.
I send them to my parents, so they watched. Okay, he really can do some of that. So from there, they start to support me to become a filmmaker. So
when you made like a long commercial about a Coach bag, they
Coach
saw
bag,
that you weren't completely crazy.
Yeah. and then they watched the TV commercials on TV. So for them, I think that's a big deal. Because
I would think that'd be rather impressive.
Yeah, it's very, very impressive. So they think, okay, if you want to do that, and they see the possibility I can do that, so they become very supportive for me.
Well, you've already won. So you've been in some festivals, and you've been nominated for some awards at this point.
Hold on. I still do the post-production, the sound.
Okay, you're finishing them. Okay.
The sound and the color kind of change a little bit.
Now, there was a music video you were involved in.
Yeah.
That was what? Catch Penny Ritz.
Yeah.
And that looks like, and you got the Gold Award, Bessie, so you did win that one.
Yeah, right. It's a worth trying. It's a good stuff. Actually, I met this guy, the songwriter and also the singer, in a movie set. So he is also an actor, and we have a class in art center. Just we can like a cinematographer for directors, so we can make some stuff in the class and out of the class. So I started thinking, okay.
For people who want to be directors, so they
Yeah.
know, so they understand what their cinematographer is saying to them.
So,
Yes.
I'm thinking what I'm going to do, and because it's for cinematographer, so I want to do some more like we can emphasize on the cinematography. So I think, okay, maybe we can do a music video. I never done music video before.
And a lot of directors have started in the music video world.
Yeah.
That's a place
so
for many directors.
I knew this guy who wrote some songs and sing as a singer. So I asked him why we can collaborate sometime. So okay, he sent me some songs, and I picked this one. This song I really love this because this song is talking about what's the behavior as a consumer you have effect on the world. So it's also actually it's a thought-provoking.
So again, you actually managed to work in
even though the
music
music video I want to do some really serious topic. So in the music video we talk about like the girlfriend is very material girl, so she buy a lot of stuff, and she wants the boyfriend go to shopping with her, and when they exit their house, they say, okay, the world is just like abandoned world. So it's very like just.
It's almost like a science fiction piece. They come out, and when that's the thing is that a lot of people are just learning now. Is yes, you want to buy things, but somebody has to make them, and the waste products from the manufacturer, when you're done with them, they have to go somewhere. And as we've all gone mad buying new things every 5 minutes, there's entire parts of the planet that have now become just giant trash heaps from our stuff.
Yeah, that's basically the topic. And in the catch race.
Now, we're not done. You're saying, hold on, you want to work on some more. You're saying you're running back to do more because you're a perfectionist, clearly, post-production. When are we going to be able to see it? I was able to see a little video clip, a piece of. When are people going to be able to see this? Will you release it to festivals?
Yes, we're gonna submit to film festivals.
Good.
After we finish, or almost done with the sound and the color correction, probably next month. Yeah, hopefully. Because I just postponed the deadline because I want to make it as perfect as it can be. So I think this is important topic. I don't want to just rush to. Yeah, that's not perfect. So. Yeah, probably next month.
Where can people find out more about you? Where can they read about you if they want to write to you, or if they want to have you come and produce their film? Where do people reach you?
I'm DB, and also I emails stuff like that.
You have a website, or you just like IMDb, LinkedIn? I saw you're on Facebook. You're on all these social media stuff.
Facebook, definitely Facebook, and IMDb. I have a personal website, but I'm still building it.
You're making it perfect again?
Yeah, perfect again. It has to be perfect. Yeah.
All right. Can we show a couple more, another chunk of the film? Do it as I say to our fabulous impresario over here in the headset. Yes, from where we were. This is from another clip from Hold On. What do you think your next film's going to be about?
My next film, The Falling Days. That's I hope.
You want to do Falling Days
Falling
next?
Days next. Yeah, and also I'm doing the adaptation for the short film to make it a feature.
Mm-hmm.
So see which one come first.
Which one first? We
Yeah.
can hold on the feature
Yeah,
of
and
Falling
also
Days.
the next Meet Me, actually, I'm working with a Chinese production company.
Oh, good.
So we decide to adapt it to a Chinese version. So
And of course, okay, so you're going to do what you did with commercials, where you
It's
have a Chinese
commercial,
and an
Chinese,
American version.
yeah,
Isn't
It's a
that
Chi-
difficult?
it's a Chinese version, but hopefully they can have an American version. I don't know.
Now, the obvious question is, how are you financing this? How do you manage to make do this financially and get it done?
First, obviously, I'm gonna finish the script and I'm gonna pitch to like production companies and also producers. See what we can get from them. Maybe
How did you manage to even make Hold On? This is what always young filmmakers want to know. Okay, I've got the script. How you went on IMDb, you found these people from all over the world. How did you manage to pay for this?
that's basically just pay myself.
Like the
Like,
old independent
yeah.
filmmakers who crank their credit
Yeah,
cards
right,
and just make.
yeah, sure. And also the good thing is because it's the thesis film in our center, so the school provide the equipment and I have a lot of classmates. We do the same stuff, so yeah, that's definitely gonna save some money.
Right. So even though you've graduated now, but that's the thing, you have your
Now
classmates who can.
yeah, right. The classmates I have, but now we can get the equipment from school.
So it's sort of like film students banding together.
yeah, right.
Do you think you'll start your own production company?
Right now, no, but I have thoughts about that, but I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, I think everything else you've done is nearly impossible. I
Yeah,
don't
right,
see
yeah.
why you couldn't start your own film company at this point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good advice.
Oh no! Oh no! Now it's going to be my fault. He's going to start his own film company, and this will be totally my fault. Well, I'm hoping that you will put things like Barber and Hold On, the rest of them, completely online where we can see them or have them at a festival, and we can keep people posted, and they can find you. And so if they look up now, we have to spell your name so they can find you on IMDb and on Facebook. So it's Haiyang, or as I initially tried to pronounce it, Haiyang.
Haiyang, right?
But it's Haiyang, and your last name is pronounced Yu, but it's Yu.
Yu, yeah.
Right. So Yu. You can go to IMDb and you can look up Hold On. I'm really looking forward to see what you do next. This is just fascinating. I mean, you're brand new. You just got here. You're in Hollywood and making these films. But I saw this clip, and that's just not something I usually see when someone says, "Oh yeah, this guy just got out of school and is making these films." And so I thought, no, we should have you on because of the themes that you're dealing with and the kind of stuff that you're talking about. I just find that very positive outlook. As you said, well, if you don't have self-doubt, you're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, I really love that when people do care the subject I'm doing. That's really appreciate actually.
What is your advice to young filmmakers out there who like you? It's like, well, I just thought I'd show up in Hollywood and I have absolutely nothing, and I'm going to make this film because I have an idea.
Just try to trust yourself. Try to trust yourself and just collaborate with all kinds of people. I think collaboration is really important. If only me, I can't do any film. I have to have the good cinematographer. I have to have the good actors, producers. So I think that's the collaboration is really, really important, especially in filmmaking. You can't just if you're a novelist, if you're writing a novel, then you can do it yourself. But film is tons of people. Even though this short film, actually, we have almost 40 people involved. So that's not huge, but that's a lot of people.
So being willing to reach out and ask for help and collaborate with people, and collaborate with the right people.
And also, I think for a young filmmaker, you have to know how to communicate with all kinds of different artists, because they are artists, their personalities are different.
Oh, just a little, you think?
Yeah, right. So I think also how to express your idea and make people know what your vision is. That's very important for filmmaking, especially you're a director.
Because you have to get it across to the people you're working with, if nothing else. And it looks like, with advertising, you were talking earlier about how the different, all of these different accounts and all at the same time, you were dealing with very, very different views from the different companies.
Yeah, and also actually, because they're in different departments, actually, their brain form in different ways.
Your brain forms in different ways.
Marketing people, if you talk to the marketing people about the creative ideas, probably are not really care about the creative ideas. They care about the market, how many products they're going to sell.
How many Skittles we're going to move with this.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah. So you have to manage how to communicate with them.
So that they, well, there you go. With it's being able to talk to the people who are going to finance your films, that they understand what you're talking about. Well, I'm glad that you came on, and I really want to see your films. And I think that this is going to go places. I think we're going to be hearing a lot about you in the very near future.
I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, it's great.
So thank you for coming on. And this is the Alison Arngrim Show, and I'm Alison Arngrim.